You know that Donald Trump doesn't believe in climate change. He has called it a Chinese hoax in the past. He took us out of the Paris Climate Accord. It's been a disaster all around. He's now added to that disaster with this latest piece of news. Let's go to HuffPost, Lydia O'Connor writing in this case. President Donald Trump's administration has dissolved a federal panel of scientists and other experts tasked with helping create and implement a new policy based on the latest climate change research findings. So if you claim that you're in favor of science and you're a Republican, that has now become an oxymoron. Lots of morons running around these days in the Republican Party, including oxymorons. No, he is disbanding science and anything we would do with scientific findings. A spokeswoman for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which established the panel in 2015, confirmed Sunday that the Department of Commerce would not renew the charter for the Sustained National Climate Assessment's Federal Advisory Committee. So who's on the committee? Well, you know, if you're a right-winger these days, you might say, no good scientists. Of course you can't trust scientists. All right, well, there we have your answer as to whether you believe in science or not. Or you might say, oh no, it's a bunch of hippies, but they didn't take into account other shareholders or stakeholders in this, including business interests. Well, again, you'd be wrong. Let me tell you who was on the committee. The committee, a panel of scientists, local government employees, corporate representatives, and experts in related fields, was tasked with decoding the findings from the climate assessment and developing guidelines for climate change related endeavors such as risk management and assessment efforts, economic policies, technology development, and communication practices. None of which will happen going forward. Who needs technology development? No. Better communication? Hell no. Doing something about climate change? Oh, that's a big F no. So if you actually believe that climate change isn't real, you wouldn't fire scientists, you'd hire more scientists because you'd be convinced of your opinion and you'd realize, oh my God, if we did more science, we'll figure out that I'm actually right. But they don't think that. They know they're lying. That's why they go around firing scientists and anyone who will actually study the issue and tell you the facts. So this is not the only thing they've done. The last NCA report released in 2014 made those implications for US residents clear, and many of the threats it predicted, more triple-digit temperatures, increased precipitation catastrophes, and the failing of dated infrastructure have already begun to emerge. Well, that's even worse. They made predictions, they came true. Now we really got to cover it up, fire everyone in the building. So earlier this summer, HuffPost continues, the Department of Interior led the charter for a similar Obama-era panel. The Advisory Committee on Climate Change and Natural Resources Science expire. So they've been doing this in many different departments. Now finally, the National Climate Assessment, which has been published 3 times since the passage of a 1990 law mandating its publication, includes findings gathered by scientists from multiple federal agencies and has shown the devastating impact of human activity on rising global temperatures and related natural disasters in the US. Those are the facts, and they are inconvenient facts for the Trump administration. So rather than trying to find out facts on their side, they're not even pretending. They know that the facts are against them, so they're just firing the people who brought you the facts. That's Trump 101. And if you're voting for Republicans, and in this case it's not just Trump, all the Republicans officials, including Mike Pence's vice president, including the Republican establishment, are on this same side. Know what you're getting and don't pretend otherwise. Watch the Young Turks commercial-free, download it or stream it, watch it any way you like at tytnetwork.com/join.